ito ay rated SPG. Striktong patnubay at gabay ng magulang ang kailangan. Maaaring may masiselang tema, lengguwahe, karahasan, sexual, horror o droga na hindi angkop sa mga bata.
Drugs and hypnosis. These two words are coined for the past 6,000 years and in the late 1700s respectively. Humans have used legal and illegal drugs, and current usage continues to increase as to drug-related problems. On the other hand, the world of hypnosis has always been an interesting place to visit throughout the time. Questions such as who can be hypnotized, how is someone hypnotized, have always been on the tip of everyone's curiosity since then.
And so, pleasant morning, afternoon, and evening to our worldwide viewers. I am your host, Chris I, and you're watching The Medicine. Once again, hello to our viewers out there. Today is a very lucky day because we are going to talk on certain issues which were prevalent sometime in the past versus the state of today. Because in this episode, we are going to travel to the world of hypnosis and drugs. And so we are very fortunate because we have someone to discuss these amazing topics to us. So without further ado, please help me welcome our first guest. She is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Psychology in the University of San Jose Recoletos in the year 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, a medical practitioner from the American Society of Clinical Hypnosis, Miss Gail Radden. Hello, Miss Gail. A pleasant day to you. Thank you for saying yes to our invitation and being with us here today, though virtually.
Hello, Ms. Chris, and hello as well to our viewers out there. Thank you for inviting me to talk about the fascinating world of hypnosis.
And at this juncture, I would like to ask my first question to you, Miss Gail. I want to know from the perspective of a medical practitioner, what is hypnosis?
Okay, so hypnosis is a procedure in which a researcher, clinician like me, or hypnotist suggests that a person will experience changes in sensations, perceptions, thoughts, feelings, or behaviors.
So this is really an amazing discussion, right? Okay, so a lot of people have been wondering about this one. Who can be hypnotized? Can I be hypnotized if I get to pass by someone like you who knows to do hypnosis?
Despite what you may have seen on television or at a stage show, not everyone can be easily hypnotized. In a study, results show that only 10 to 15% of adults are in high susceptibility to being hypnotized.
Ooh, interesting. Now, this is something that a lot of people are curious about. How can someone be hypnotized?
There is what we call hypnotic induction, which refers to inducing hypnosis by first asking a person to either stare at an object or close his or her eyes and then suggesting that the person is becoming very relaxed. Actually, there are 3 steps or methods which are used for hypnotic induction, but these 3 steps will be discussed by my colleague from the American Society of Clinical Hypnosis next week, so stay tuned!
Oh, for sure, our viewers will wait for that episode, right guys? Okay, Miss Gail, now, as what I have observed in television, there are instances wherein a hypnotist will say the phrase, when you wake up, you will not remember what happened. What do you call this method?
Well, that is what you call post-hypnotic amnesia. If you think hypnosis is bad, then think again. Because in both medical and dental settings, hypnosis can be used to reduce pain, fear, and anxiety by helping individuals relax. You can know more of it this coming Thursday by my colleague, Miss Nashville.
Indeed, there's no such thing as pure evil. Anyways, what an insightful talk with you, Miss Gail, as much as I want to go deeper with hypnosis, but time won't permit us. And with that, I would like to thank you for being with us today as we travel to the world of hypnosis. Next up, when we return, we will be introducing an officer from the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency to talk on a very interesting topic, which is of course, drugs. We will be back after this advertisement.
Oh, tanong-tanong mo ka diha. Gusto mo? Lah, asa ka. Papalit og imo. Ka-drugs na po na siya. Guidance na naman. Kinsa na floor wax diha. Wala. Sumbong ko niyo.
Welcome back, viewers, and you are still watching The Medicine. So just like what I've said a while ago, today is a very lucky day because we have someone from the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency to discuss on the fascinating world of drugs. So ladies and gentlemen, my dear viewers, please help me welcome Miss Antonelle Cañares.
Thank you so much for having me today. It is my pleasure to be here to be interviewed by you, Ms. Chris.
It is also our pleasure to interview you, Ms. Cañares. Thank you for sparing some of your time to join us here. Okay, since you are from the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, I want to know and ask, what is the state of the Philippines right now in terms of drug usage among Filipinos?
The number of drug-related cases in our country, such as rape, murder, and homicide, are exponentially growing. That is why PDEA is trying its best to control the root of all these, which are the illegal drugs.
That is super alarming, isn't it? And with that, I would like to take this opportunity to talk on the different drug information and different stimulants for us to be able to share it to our viewers and of course to spread awareness.
Yes, that is our goal for today, Ms. Chris. It is important that we are acquainted with the knowledge of how illegal drugs can ruin people's lives. People who are engaged in illegal drugs fall into addiction, which makes their level of tolerance to heighten. Thus, the person becomes dependent on these substances, which makes it hard for him or her to withdraw from the usage.
So I have heard on this thing called withdrawal symptoms, which can be experienced by a person who withdraw from the usage of drugs or other drug stimulants. Can you please elaborate on this matter?
Yes, these are painful physical and psychological symptoms that occur when a drug-dependent person stops using the stimulant.
Oh, now I understand why most of the people really find it difficult to live this kind of vice, right?
Yes, you're right. There are actually different kinds of stimulants. We have cocaine, methamphetamines, amphetamines, nicotine, and caffeine. These are the stimulants that we will be focusing on today. All of these raise the activity in the central nervous system, which results in heightened arousal, euphoria, and decrease in appetite.
So, can you give us brief descriptions of these stimulants?
Amphetamines and methamphetamines are of similar chemical makeup. Cocaine, on the other hand, is made of coca or is prepared synthetically.
Oh, I see, Ms. Cañares. I also have heard that there are powerful stimulants and not so powerful stimulants. What are these?
Yes, Ms. Chris. Actually, the three that you have just mentioned are the powerful stimulants because they give strong effects even with just small doses.
Wow, so informative. How about mild stimulants? Is caffeine considered as one?
Absolutely correct, Ms. Chris. Caffeine, yes, the once in our favorite cups of coffee, is the most widely used psychoactive drug. And because it is a drug, people should be mindful in their consumption. Because medium to heavy doses of caffeine can cause uncomfortable withdrawal symptoms, such as headache, jitteriness, sleeplessness, when the person abruptly stops the intake. The next topic that we will be talking about is the opiates.
Oh, I have heard of these before too. According to the research done by my team, opiates are made from poppy plants. In what countries do these plants grow?
Opiates are alkaloid compounds. The plant that you have just mentioned can be found in countries such as Mexico and Colombia, including Southeast and Southwest Asian countries. Opiates, like other drugs, can also be used for medical treatment.
So if opiates are considered as a medical treatment, as what you've said earlier, why are these considered as drugs?
It is considered a drug because the continuous usage of this can result to tolerance, dependency, and even addiction.
So I have learned that there are diverse groups of drugs who alter perception, thoughts, and feelings. What do you call these types of drugs, Ms. Canyares?
Yes, these are called hallucinogens. Hallucinogens cause hallucinations and sensations that enable the person to feel things, to see things, or to hear things that are actually not true. Hallucinogens could be used for treating mental illnesses, including addiction and dependency on drugs, which means that the usage of these substances can be legalized as long as it is under a doctor's prescription or supervision.
Fascinating, right, everyone? Okay, so with my talk with Ms. Canyares, I really have learned many things. And I know that along with me, our viewers as well learned something in this talk. And that ends my session with you, Ms. Canyares. Thank you very much for the revealing discussion that we have carried out today. And at this juncture, I would like to introduce to you our final guest. He is a graduate of University of Santo Tomas and a doctor of internal medicine. Please help me welcome Dr. Daniel Itaas.
Thank you for having me today, Miss Nashville. This is a great opportunity to explain to the people that drugs and alcohol extremely impact not just the human body, but the mind as well. Especially now during the time of the pandemic when everyone is craving for a drink or two. Okay, so let's first start with the bodily effects of stimulants that were discussed earlier by Ms. Canyares, such as cocaine and amphetamine. Stimulants, as you may have guessed, greatly increase the activity of the nervous system, and usage of these drugs may lead to various negative effects. Examples of such effects are increased body temperature, blood pressure, hallucinations, seizures, and death.
Oh, so this further cements the fact that one shouldn't succumb to drugs. So now, would you mind telling us what exactly are the physical effects of alcohol to our body and what makes them so destructive as well?
Unlike the previous drugs that were mentioned, alcohol is a bit different since it is a depressant instead of a stimulant. What do we mean by this? Well, in simpler terms, a depressant is something that decreases the stimulation of various physiological and mental factors. It basically discourages activity in some parts of the brain for a short period of time through the increased production of the GABA neurotransmitter, which is a hormone that controls feelings of fear and anxiety.
Oh, so that explains the display of unusual behavior among drug users. Okay.
There's also something that we call BAC, or blood alcohol content. This is the process by which we identify how much alcohol concentration is present in the bloodstream. Maybe when you're intoxicated with friends, you'll think to yourself, nah, I'm fine, I can still drink more. This is actually a dangerous form of thinking because higher alcohol concentration will result to more negative physiological effects, ranging from nausea, dizziness, headaches, coma, or even death.
Oh, okay. So now I want to know, what are hangovers? People who tend to drink often experience this the day after drinking, right?
Hangovers are the result of dehydration or the loss of electrolytes caused by the presence of alcohol in the body. There are no known cures for them. They are not life-threatening, but they are indeed annoying.
So aside from the physical reactions, are there more hazards linked to alcohol consumption?
Yes, there are indeed many hazards aside from bodily reactions. According to statistical data from the United States, 63% of murder and assault cases are linked to alcohol consumption. 40% of suicide cases are also linked with alcohol. Not just that, but a staggering 80 to 90% of rape cases are traced back to alcohol drinking. As a conclusion, alcohol isn't necessarily an evil beverage of some sort. We just need to drink in moderation and know our limits, because in this case, too much can indeed kill you.
Absolutely correct. And so, thank you very much, Dr. Daniel Itaas, for the enlightening talk on the dangers of drugs and alcohol to the body. If you guys want to know more about drugs and alcohol, then stay tuned, since our upcoming webinar session will tackle about it in further detail. And that ends our episode for today. So in behalf of Battery Management, I would like to extend my gratitude to our guests, Ms. Gail Radden, Ms. Ansel Canyares, and of course Dr. Daniel Itaas. Thank you very much for giving us with so much knowledge on hypnosis and drugs. Thank you as well to our viewers who watched this video till the end. Once again, this is Chris I, and you're watching The Medicine.